Welcome to the Roomies Loft. We're up here, the Roomies, Alex and Kyle. There he is.
Sorry,
I pointed, but one day we'll get like every episode's gonna start with some staggered like.
I was looking at the levels.
Were you?
I thought you were gonna.
Tech man Kyle on the mission, handling our microphones, make sure everything's reading out well. How's it looking?
Looking good.
All right, nice.
I hope.
Not like that
Sounds
real
good.
first episode. I'm surprised we haven't fucked up everything and not recorded something once. Did we?
Yeah, there was the one time I didn't erase the card, so we filled up the card and stopped recording, and we were talking for like 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, but didn't we just like record an ending?
We just
and no one will know what episode that was. Dude, I forgot that happened. It came together so well, actually. Who knows what we're doing in cutting? What you people don't know is these are like 5-hour long episodes we cut down for you guys.
Yeah.
It's a lot of really meticulous editing, and yeah, we barely hit an hour sometimes. So anyway, this week's topic, with all the excitement in the air of early football. Wait, did football start?
Preseason started.
With preseason starting, we're going to do drafting.
Like 3 weeks ago.
Because Kyle went to his football draft as he does every year. What year is this, dude?
A fantasy football draft. This is our eighth or ninth year.
Holy shit. No way. You guys are coming up on the Big Ten?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That's actually insane.
And I think we've all agreed to do Vegas for our 10th.
No way.
I'm gonna plan a Vegas trip.
No. That'll be so cool.
Yeah.
That's so epic.
Yeah.
Have you ever won it?
No.
Have you ever gotten close?
Yeah.
You got second?
Third.
Oh, brutal. Dude, the Vegas trip sounds so cool, though.
No, I played for third. I got fourth.
Amazing.
Fourth is a close-up game.
Out of how many?
12.
Oh, damn. That sucks.
And only 6 make the playoffs.
Brutal. Is it winner take all every year?
No.
You pay out to a third?
Yeah.
Of course, because you got fourth.
Of course. Yeah, it was a bullshit year, too. The one guy, like, he never scored over 70 points all year. And, or he never scored over 80. He always scored, like, in the 70s. But every time someone played him, they had their worst game that year. And so he just won a ton of games.
That's horrible.
Like, my average score was, like, 100 points every week. And then when I played him in the playoffs for the third spot, I scored my worst game. I got, like, 68 points.
So you're like, I'll send in Old Faithful. He'll win the game.
He got 70. He got 75 and won.
That's fucked up.
Pissed.
So drafting. Football draft is for anyone who doesn't know. Kyle, explain it. You go hang out with a bunch of dudes.
It's a bro time.
Yeah, you guys go into...
You go, you bro down. You talk about sports.
Bro down. But it's like, I assume that whoever did the worst last season gets first pick, and you go through picking the players, right?
We do a draft lottery.
Oh, that's cool. That's smart. What do you think of letting the loser pick first?
I mean, I like it. The way we do it is we do the 6 people who made the playoffs go in reverse order. So if the person who won drafts 12th the next year.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Last.
Yeah.
And
they should definitely do last. Yeah,
up to
totally.
7th. And then the 6 people that didn't make the playoffs have a draft lottery. So the person who
I see.
was last gets the most chances to get the number 1 pick.
That's cool.
And then the next person has one less chance. The next person has one less. And
do you have?
And it's like a little lottery ball system when you pick the ball.
That's cool. Do you have a really good player who like keeps making playoffs? Like some guy who just knows his shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There's one guy. He's won it twice.
No way.
And he's played for it. The thing. 4 times. So
holy
he's
shit!
Lost twice.
So he's like the guy to look out for.
Good. But last year he came in last. So
get out of town.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
It just depends. It really depends on like the year you have, the work that you do. The more you do your work, you're probably gonna.
How'd you get into drafting? Like it was at work, right?
Yeah, it was at work. It was just some people at work were like, "Hey, we should do a fantasy football team." I never watched football. I was like, it sounds fun. It's a game, It sounds cool.
I play games. It's a game.
Yeah, did that first year. Did absolutely horrible. I think I came in last.
Hell yeah!
I drafted like 300 players. Didn't know it because I had like a magazine.
No
I was trying
way.
To use. And now I learned after that. Now
you drafted 300 players?
Yeah, but I didn't know because...
That's hilarious. I assume there's sites that compile like all the injured players.
Do.
Like, stay away from these guys.
Exactly. But I was using like an old magazine.
That's fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
You're sitting there in the magazine like, probably wasted, just like, I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of drinking is involved in drafting.
That's funny. Except for that one guy who keeps winning. He's sitting there sipping on O'Doul's non-alcoholic. I'm so wasted. I'm going to need this guy. I'm going to need to put 3 points into him. He's like...
Not everybody drinks.
Yeah.
Most people do.
It's their strategy. Does that pro guy drink?
He does.
Okay, good. If he didn't, I'd say, dude, this whole past 8 years have been forfeit.
The guy who won last year doesn't drink.
Does it?
No.
They need something when they start drafting. Cover one eye, punch him in the head a few times.
No,
everyone needs to be a little impaired.
Yeah.
Make questionable decisions, so it's a fun season.
It's a lot of questionable decisions. My whole draft this year was questionable.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was horrible.
That's pretty funny. How come? What happened? Were you just not as prepared?
I guess. I don't know. I just, you grade it. You can go to the sites and they grade your team after, and it just wasn't graded very well.
So you get home all excited. This team looks good. Grade your team, and it's just like, you suck.
It was like a B+, and I'm projected finish 11th in my league.
No way. How do you know that though? Did everyone put in their info on some site?
Yeah. On the app we use, it grades everybody and tells you where you're gonna finish.
How accurate is that?
I don't know. It's the first year we're using it.
That's crazy.
I usually go to a site and it'll grade your team.
Whoa.
But this one, that app did it for us this year because we changed apps.
That's so crazy because it ranks where it thinks you guys will be. That's huge.
Yeah, but it's not totally accurate because it only ranks it as the team is now, as everyone's team.
No, of course, yeah.
But as you play the season, you're dropping players, picking up players, you're trading with other
and players are performing differently.
Exactly. So
that's just cool though, It's like an expectation to compare
to.
It's like a whole nother game.
So you have to work on your team.
Dude, and I bet that'll make you a better player because it'll show you what happened last year and this year. So it'll really show you where you messed up in logic. You know what I mean? It'll be like, oh, well, I picked him because of this last year, but then this happened this year. Then it can you can go do a whole nother area of research.
Yeah, you do get previous years points for that player.
Wait, really?
And it's always good checking those because
nice.
Some players don't play well in certain weather.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy stuff.
Some players don't play as well when it's cold as when it's hot. So if they're
wild.
If they're playing in Florida, they're probably gonna have a good game. If they're playing in Wisconsin, they're probably not.
Interesting.
So you pick and play players, and it depends on the team they're playing too. If the team has a really good defense that they're playing against, and they stop the running backs a lot, you're probably not going to play a running back against that team. But if they're
totally
kind of weak in the passing game, you're going to play another player that's going to be passing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking about it the other day.
A lot of research every week.
Just drafting in general, how everyone called who's making the joke when fantasy football got big, how it's Dungeons and Dragons for jocks. It's the same thing. Everyone's sitting there with their pens and papers, doing number crunching, doing stat stuff.
What's crazy is this fantasy football started in the early 90s. People
Did it really?
They were just doing it on paper, but now obviously with computers and all this.
Holy shit! Doing that on paper, you must have. You had to be a huge.
Everyone had to watch every game and track every player.
Everything. So this was for people who that's what they did.
Yeah,
it's easy to be a casual fan now. Then you have to pay attention.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why it makes sense. Yeah, D&D for jocks because you're doing everything.
Fucking crazy. I didn't even think about that they did it before.
Yeah, but now it's all done for you.
That's almost weird. They must have been really smart dudes.
Oh, the people who were dude, we should do this on the internet and do it for everybody and get people on here. They must have made so much money.
They must be so rich. Who made those first websites and everything.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I could only imagine. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of internet stuff, I was looking into Bitcoin. Have you heard of all this crazy shit?
I know of Bitcoin. Is there something crazy going on right now?
Yeah, dude.
What?
I may be a little off, but per my understanding, in the past half a month or month, Bitcoin has gone up from 400 a coin to 4,000 or some crazy shit.
I did
100 to 4,000.
I heard it's been going up.
I have a friend. I went to dinner with a group of people. This guy's dude, I bought all this Bitcoin in 2013 or something. Or when did he say about it? Maybe it was 14. But it was fairly, kind of mid-lifetime of him. And yeah, he's I have $200,000 now. And I was just
crazy.
God damn it. And I remember hearing about it back in the day. If we just put $100, we'd be rich as shit.
Yeah. You can't trade for cash, though. You have to, it's just.
No, you can. You can cash out.
I was thinking about when I build a new computer, using old parts to make a Bitcoin farming machine.
Get the fuck out.
Why not?
You know about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bitcoin mining computer. I was just looking at that.
Yeah,
How do you know about that?
Why not? I've looked into it before.
It's genius.
It's like you just leave a computer on and it just runs.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And you know what the funny thing is? I was just reading the early Bitcoin machines were old gaming computers
Yeah.
because they were so fast
Huh.
that they were the fastest ones that could do it. Isn't that funny?
That was weird.
And yeah, I was looking at all these like specific computers they have, or like not specific computers, but parts you can put in your computers. I forgot what it was called. It was like a Bitcoin miner. And like, have you looked up what they do and everything? It like solves these math equations and it like unlocks Bitcoins.
Yeah.
It's very weird. For how much money it's worth, it's like so interesting.
Used for like research and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's very cool stuff. There's a bunch that are called cryptocurrency. There's like a bunch of them. It's crazy.
Really?
There's like Ethereum, all these Neo. There's all this crazy stuff online.
I
My
know,
friend's getting me into it. I put in like a little, like $50. I'll see how.
Oh yeah.
If you want to get into it, dude, I'll show you.
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
exciting.
I know the PS3 did it as well.
What do you mean?
It didn't like it like.
Oh, it could get Bitcoins?
It didn't mine Bitcoins, no, but it did a thing where you could turn it on and people could use its power to do research and like
That's
solve
wild.
problems and stuff.
No way.
You didn't get anything for it, but it was just something that like
That's neat.
that was on like it was a feature of the PS3.
I mean, it makes sense. It's a powerful machine. It's like basically a computer.
It was back then. Now it's a cheap computer.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's like
Back then, paid $600 for that fucking thing.
When the PS4 released,
Look at that! Look at the paperweight down there.
you paid $600.
I paid $600 for that.
Oh yeah, wasn't it like 600 and 400 models?
It was like 500 and 600, and one was like, I want to say one was like 60. No, one was like 32 terabytes or gigabytes, and the other one's 64 terabytes with 600.
That's
Not
laughable.
terabytes,
That's
gigabytes.
fucked up.
That's a
You
60.
paid $600 for six. Damn, bro.
That's my second one too,
With
because
its
the first one
PlayStation,
broke.
with its Spider-Man 3 lettering.
Yep.
Do you remember that when that was first revealed? I was
Yeah.
like, this is Spider-Man. And that it's like Spider-Man 3, I think.
Yeah.
And it's PlayStation 3. I was like,
Yeah.
and they're both owned by Sony. Clearly, they were just like, yeah, it works.
Yeah, the font works.
I mean, we own it. We ain't paying for another font.
Pretty sure I have a Spider-Man 3 game over there for the PS3.
We're already.
Yeah, I could see it.
No, there it is. Look at the 3. Dude, that's fucking. They're identical.
It's identical, yeah.
Identical.
It's the same font.
It looks like you have a game that says PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 3 game. Virtually turn on your PlayStation and.
Virtually play games.
Why isn't it turning on? Is the power cord plugged in? Find out.
You gotta troubleshoot.
Virtual troubleshooting. Open your virtual manual. Hurry. You started a small fire. Dude, that would be the
You
funniest
could
game.
probably start a small fire. I think it's so loud when it turns on.
Yeah, right?
It's like a jet engine. Like,
Put it on the carpet. Dude, have you heard? I don't even want to get into it. Basically, it's so gross. I don't want to bring it up on the podcast, but now I've started it,
what, like
and there's no going back.
bugs and
Yeah, bro, that's exactly where I was going. Dude, these old machines. Apparently, PS4s are really bad with it too.
Really?
They're like roach motels. That the vents are like perfect for them to get into, and they just like chill on the GPU.
Huh.
Dude, I read some article on Kotaku a while back that like, I think the guy said like 30% of the PS4s brought in have bugs in them.
Really?
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
really
disgusting.
weird.
That's so gross. I think ours are fine. I think it's like gross people.
Yeah, I
but-
was say if you keep like a clean house, and let's see.
Another thing, people who are breaking their PlayStation 4s, I think, are trashy. Sorry if there's anyone who has a broken PS4 out there. That's perfectly normal, but I feel like often if you're the kind of person who's breaking machines and don't know what happened and they're bringing it into like random places, you know what I mean? Can you fix this? My son spilled orange juice in it. There's too many bugs in it. Dude, do you know about when I was working with Corey and someone brought an Xbox in? And it was like filled with dead bugs. He just like triple wrapped it in trash bags, sprayed a bunch of that freeze stuff from the canned air, and just was like, well, we're throwing that away. They got free money from us.
God, that's so gross.
Anyway, so drafting. We got distracted. My thought process there
Bug
was
draft.
like drafting. That was what, I guess 90s, but like when did that get big? Like early 2000s?
Yeah,
mid
fantasy football had to get like huge around the time where everybody had like a computer.
Yeah.
It must have been like late 90s, early 2000s, and probably, everybody playing it probably like mid 2000s, late 2000s.
It was like super early. It was like website stuff. Everyone's been excited. Dude, it's funny. I just built that little website for us. And I remember my uncle, back when I was a little kid, like, I just built this website. I'm like, I don't give a shit. You got Pokemon cards or what, dude? This is Pokemon summer. Pokemon, the first movie came out. But,
Your Pokemon card.
yeah, then it's drafting. That's how I got to Bitcoin. It's like the next internet thing.
Yeah.
Dude, another internet thing related to drafting I used to do was draft Magic online. Oh, yeah.
You can do it online.
You could do it online through the official Magic client, like their official game, but a bunch of people made a like knockoff online Magic, and it like worked. There was like a server you could draft with people. It was kind of the greatest thing in the world when I found that out.
I think I remember you playing that.
Yeah, I was spending like $15 a draft. At the height, it was like 3 times a week. Oh, let's not even get into it. Thank God we won like prizes, you know. So like I wasn't spending as much money on regular Magic
you
cards.
won stuff? Oh, I didn't know you.
Well,
actually...
I mean, like we'd have like a rare draft. So in drafting Magic, you each get your 3 packs. You know, you open the pack, pass the pack.
Yeah.
So it's cool. That's what it's like. Your deck building as a game. But then we do what are called rare drafts, where it's like you can only really do this with a group of like people you trust. But I mean, we trusted everyone at the store to do it. And it's at the very end of the draft, everyone takes the rares and puts them out on the table, and you start picking them like a draft. Like, ironically, it's like it goes into another draft, a rare draft, where first place gets the best card and so on. And I don't think a single time we've ever been missing a rare. Because, you know, there has to be at least 3 per person for each pack. And people are usually good. Even if you open like a money card, you put it in. It's like, you either put the card in or no one will ever play with you again. Like, you can't play at the store.
Yeah.
You know, we'll eventually figure out who stole it.
I thought you meant when you're playing the online thing, you were putting in money.
Oh no, you can in Magic Online, MTG Online.
Okay.
You can. You actually
And get money back.
But yeah, you have to like pay for drafts. It's insane, dude. My first time
You ever
playing.
thought about doing that? Because I mean, you do it all the time. You seem to know the game extremely well.
I just don't like the Magic Online client, dude. My first time playing it, I had like the sickest deck. I drafted like a Planeswalker, a Jace, like super rare card. Had all these sick cards, and I wasn't familiar with the client, so like timed out the first game I was about to lose. There was like a little thing clicking down the whole time. And it was like I was going to win, but there's still a few turns left in the game, and the thing's on like 20 seconds. And I'm like, what? Next phase. I don't know what to do. Because in Magic, it's like you can do something at any time, right? Like I can play a card, and you can go, I counter that. So the reason I don't think Magic works well online is like every time you play something, you have to like check, I'm done. Like the other players to check, yes, go on. So it can take for fucking ever.
Yeah.
That's actually the advantage of Hearthstone is it's like your turn, their turn.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's why Hearthstone's so much better, in my opinion, because...
I totally agree.
There are no instants. You don't have to...
Yeah.
do
Well,
that.
ironically, that's what makes Magic so cool in person. It's like what makes it interactive, and you can like bluff and stuff.
Yeah.
But online, it's like, no, get that out of here.
Yeah.
You know, to really think about it, though, that is what's funny. Like the other... Like, that's the element of, do they have a counterspell? Like, you're looking at them in the eye, like, they're just holding their cards, not trying to make it obvious. But online, it's just like, oh, I guess you got me. Like, next.
Yeah.
See, that's that drafting. I was so addicted to that. Do you remember that shit, dude?
Yeah.
I was a fiend. So much. That's what I do on Hearthstone now, though.
Yeah, I've never liked card game drafting. You know
Really?
me, I hate it.
Too stressful, right?
Building decks is the worst part of this card game.
Interesting.
I hate it.
That's so crazy, dude, because that's what I lived for. When I was a little kid, when I'd go and you, like, get like a bunch of cards in the new set and just cobble together some shitty deck, I lived for it. Even if the deck was shitty, I thought it was so fun.
I hate it. That's why I don't play Hearthstone anymore, because it was like a new set comes out and I got to build a new deck. I'm like, fuck that shit.
That's so funny. You just want to play your old deck.
Yeah.
Our
I bet
friend,
my old deck doesn't work because all the new cards are out. Like,
did you know they have wild mode with all cards? Because they have the updated... I mean, I guess you still need to get the new good cards.
yeah, we still need to get good cards, yeah.
But you can play like an old deck, and it can be viable. I think they're handling that game pretty well. I got to start streaming that shit.
Yeah.
Do you think I can download OBS on a laptop and stream it through the webcam?
You can, but I was never... It might be different now, but I was never able to get OBS to work on my Mac.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
It might be different now.
Oh, so you tried doing that?
Yeah.
No way. Yeah, I'll try doing that. That's pretty crazy. So what else we got?
You got your
drafted?
PC. You can draft on your PC.
That's true. I just need to get a webcam, though.
Yeah.
Are they cheap?
Yeah.
Don't you have one?
Maybe. Yeah, I have one somewhere. I have an old one.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Dude, let me use that thing.
Okay.
If you have it readily available.
At the same time, you don't totally need it. I mean, there's a lot of streamers that don't use it. You could have been streaming this whole time, but I'll let you... I think it's over there in that pile of wires.
For sure. True, but... I got
fire hazard
I want to
over
do that.
there.
Since I'm not the best Hearthstone player, I need something. Still just like we cracking jokes and shit. That's right, Roomies podcasters. You too can watch Alex play Hearthstone all day. Coming soon to a Twitch stream near you. Dude, speaking of Twitch,
Oh, we'll talk about it later. But I got something to talk to you about
shit.
Twitch and
What is it?
and IRL stuff.
What is it?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay. Well, what's your favorite thing to watch on Twitch?
See, I don't watch Twitch for games. I've always told that. I've never cared
Really?
for the games that are being played. I watch it for the streamers. I watch it for the entertainment of the person I'm watching.
Like Mango.
Mango. He's very entertaining. I
Is he
don't
your
care
favorite
what game he's playing. Yeah, I think so. One of them.
Who else is close?
I like Man vs. Game.
He's good?
Yeah, he's very good.
Hey, you like that guy?
Uh,
Who's the one you were watching yesterday? Shroud? Is he cool?
Shroud's cool. He's on the C9 team as well. He's the C9 Counter-Strike team.
Dude, I think it's
He's
so
pretty big.
crazy how streaming is like a thing and all these streamers, everyone knows their names and everything. It's like a whole community.
Yeah.
Do you think this is like going to be around forever?
Yeah.
Really? This is like a new
I mean,
wave of entertainment. It's so
yeah,
crazy.
It's free. I mean, for the most part, if you have internet, it's free.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you have to pay for internet. But
Yeah, which is huge.
yeah.
Probably why it's so popular. And it's so wild how it's all user created. And
Yeah.
there's no advertisement. Because it's like you see,
Well, there are ads. You probably just have ad blocker.
no, but for them. There's no ads for like.
Oh,
Streamers,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's so wild to me that they
I mean,
get so popular.
Twitch promotes them, but that's about it.
Just through the front page?
Yeah. Well, through their Twitter and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, okay, really?
they'll do like, hey, new streamer spotlight here. Check out this new person or something.
Hearthstone's been doing that. When you open Battle.net, it'll have like, check out the streamer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
One of the streamers I really liked was on there the other day. I was like, oh, good for him.
I know Lawbreakers they retweet streamers that are playing their game all the time.
No shit.
Yeah.
So you didn't
And then
stress or
even
stream
in the
that.
Lawbreakers, in the game, it tells you who's streaming. Like when you're playing in a match, it'll say like live, like little.
Does it really?
Live. It'll tell you who's streaming
In that match.
in the match.
Get
yeah.
outta here.
Yeah.
No way. That's cool.
So I usually see a couple people every now and then.
Have you
stream.
ever gone and watched yourself?
No.
Well,
Because
you
usually
play-
I'm playing the game.
Yeah, I got to do that
I
on
got
the
one.
Mac.
I got one monitor.
I got to open it up, see where he is. That's so cheap. That's a big problem, speaking of Hearthstone streaming, of people doing that.
Yeah.
They'll recognize the name and then go
And go find them.
and just watch them play, see what's in their hand.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny when people like call it out and they're like, is this person watching me? Like, they know I have this. And they'll like say, as they're saying something, the other person will start emoting like, hello.
Oh,
Like,
really?
You know they're watching. And they're like, motherfucker.
I know that they used to be. They call it like stream sniping.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. Sniping or
And they used
ghosting.
to do it all the time.
Yeah.
In like DayZ, it was a big problem.
Oh, to see where people were?
Yeah, to see where people were, and they would go and kill them while
And
they were
just camp
streaming.
them the whole time,
Yeah.
and then you can't play that game.
Yeah, and so people started like hiding the servers they were on, but there was still, I guess there were still ways people would find it out.
No way. Dude, what was I just watching a little while ago? Some video, some chick getting ganked in an MMO because they knew where she was. And
Yeah,
I just kept following her, and I felt like bad.
happens in WoW. all the
But it is
time.
kind of funny. It's like the ultimate troll thing.
Yeah.
It sucks, though, because you really shut down a stream. It's like it's over.
Yeah, that's why if unless you're like a world PvPer, you gotta play off of like a PvE
You
server.
really do, huh? I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then people follow you, but they can't kill you or do anything. So.
Yeah. Unless you are a world, unless that's your thing and you invite it.
Yeah.
And even then, I guess I can only assume that's like a pain in the ass. Like every other day, you're gonna have a group trying to kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not gonna be like,
If you're good though,
yeah. It's like people have a reason to watch
I'd be
you.
into it.
What?
Like world PvP, like with my warrior or something, just taking on everybody.
Dude, how cool would it be if you were good? There's got to be streamers. If you're like good enough and you just have like a crew that rolls around, and other people know that you're the like streamer.
Or if you play with like friends or something.
Shit, dude, I gotta go
Just
watch some
group.
WoW streams. That could be us. If only we were good enough at World
Isn't
PvP.
like
and
wasn't it
have
like
you.
was his name Swifter or something like that? Isn't he like super good? And
Was he?
I think so.
I know a lot of famous streamers got their start on WoW.
Yeah.
That's what's funny is I don't know any famous WoW streamers anymore. They've all like moved on.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Hearthstone streamers started on WoW.
Huh.
Pretty funny. Do you know any WoW streamers that have moved on?
No, I don't really even know any WoW streamers.
Really?
I never watched WoW streams.
Kriparian. Actually, a few Hearthstone streamers I know. It's interesting. It's a lot easier game to stream, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't take as much power.
Sit there and click. Dude, there's this one guy who gets like 50, 60K every Hearthstone stream. Every day.
Huh.
It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. He's like the number one Hearthstone streamer of all time. I don't know how he did it. Just consistency. He's like, okay to watch. You know Kriparian?
No.
He's got like shirts. When I saw the shirts, that's what really like threw me off about streaming. I was like, are people really buying shirts of this guy's face? And then you realize
Wait,
it's just little
they buy
kids watching it.
His face.
Yeah, it's like his cartoon version of his face with like a bandana on. Like,
That's very
it's like
weird.
who would wear this?
Yeah.
But I guess it's
And
like you're.
who's gonna know who that is?
That's what I'm saying. If you're like 13 years old, like I want to wear Crip's face, and then you're wearing it around, everyone's like, "Who the fuck is that?" Like, but I guess it's like the Ethan and Hila shirt, except those are like kind of neat. They're like cool design.
They're very awkward, like weird.
I mean, like, but
it's
if-
like you know, it's the same guy, but
yeah.
all these different looks.
Like, who
Like,
is
what
that
is
guy?
going on here?
But I mean,
And you're like, it's the best
Yeah.
YouTube channel on YouTube. Check it out.
but what really I got out of it was I think it's a lot of kids watching Hearthstone or watching streamers in general.
Yeah,
It's a lot of like young people that get home from school, don't have the games, and just want to watch it.
yeah.
I'm like pretty sure, and like the merchandise and the way that things work in streams, I've really been paying
That's
attention.
why Twitch is so big.
Yeah,
Because for a lot of people who can't buy games, they just watch people play those
Yeah.
games.
and like you said, everything it's free. Just turn it on Twitch.
Of course, Hearthstone's free. All those kids can play, but
And it's one of the top streaming games. Isn't that weird? That's like a
Yeah.
free game to play. But oh shit, what was I saying? That yeah, it's free. That's like why I even watch it.
yeah,
Like I'll run out of stuff to do, and it's like I could sub to Netflix or Hulu and watch something else, but Twitch is free and it's not that bad. It's like things I
Yeah.
enjoy watching. I'll get as much enjoyment over this out of some random show I start up, you know? Well,
yeah.
what are you looking?
There's like a bunch of birds just like flew by the window right there.
Oh shit, it's over, people.
They're gone now. That's great.
The Great Bird Attack 2017 begins.
It's good because
I called it.
saw something. I didn't know what that was, and I saw another one. Like I was like, oh shit, bird.
He thinks they're birds.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I'm
Russians are
just
coming.
it's just the acid kicking in.
Yeah. Oh, the birds are everywhere, man. They're in the house. Velbert.
I subscribed to Hulu, but I'm slowly running out of things to watch on there.
Did you finish Billy on the Street?
I did.
finally started calling it Adam on the Street.
Yeah,
Got it like 3 times. It's Billy, dude. It's not hard to remember.
yeah. I finally finished that. I'm working on South Park right now.
Are you?
I haven't watched South Park in a while, but there's so much of it. I don't think I'm gonna finish.
Are you
it.
starting from season 1?
I did a while, like a couple weeks ago. I'm on like season 8, 9 now.
Yeah, haven't you been watching that downstairs?
Yeah, I watched it in my room.
Okay. And you're on season 9? Holy shit, you're like cruising through it.
Yeah,
Well, you start watching that up here?
probably.
Oh shit, all South Park all the
'Cause
time.
I don't know what else to watch.
Oh shit, we gotta figure something else out.
I have like a bunch of Netflix shows I gotta watch, but they're one of those ones like I want to sit there and like pay attention.
Like
to
House
it.
of Cards and shit?
Like South Park, I just put on in the background. I'm doing something else.
Comedy shows, you know?
Yeah, House of Cards I want to watch. All the Marvel shows I want to watch. Like,
Which ones in particular?
when you Marvel shows,
Yeah.
like all of them. Like I've
Oh,
watched
really?
season 1 of Daredevil and Jessica Jones.
Are they good?
Daredevil, the first season of Daredevil was really good. Jessica Jones was okay. I think it was a little bit too long.
Okay.
I think that the ending, like, I feel like it could have ended earlier. I feel like it was like 2 episodes too long. Luke Cage is the next one. I want to watch that. And I heard Iron Fist is awful, but I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I've heard
anyway.
it's awful.
But then I heard The Defenders is great. And then Luke Cage season 2 just got announced today, or a sneak preview was shown today.
Yeah, I haven't watched any Netflix shows at all, I don't think. Do you know of any I've watched? I don't.
They got good shows.
Oh, dude, I just watched this Netflix movie, Whatever Happened to Monday. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's fucking crazy, dude. It's like in the future, overpopulation, you can only have one kid. And like this guy's, because of, I thought this was really clever how they did this. Because of like food shortage, genetically modified foods became popular. But then those were causing women to like have increased birth rates. So like was making the problem even worse, ironically. So like they were having like 7 kids at a time, 6 kids at a time.
What the fuck?
Yeah, isn't that like a cool, interesting idea?
Sounds like
That
a
it's like the
nightmare.
thing that was supposed to save overpopulation made it worse. God damn. But Willem Dafoe's daughter has like 7 babies at once and
Oh.
dies in childbirth. And he like devises this crazy way to keep them all going. And so like he names each one for the day of the week. And they're like all hidden. And only one can go out at a time. You know, and they're all the same person. They're all
Huh.
the twins. Septuplets. And so like, that's all I'll tell you. The movie gets crazy.
And William Dafoe's in it.
Huh?
He's in it. William
Only in the
Dafoe?
beginning, but he's there.
Oh.
You gotta love the Willem.
He's in the Death Note, too.
Dude, and that's
him doing Netflix stuff.
Yeah, and so I was like, would Netflix like buy Willem Dafoe? In our newest acquisition,
Maybe.
we'd like to welcome Willem Dafoe. His name's now Willem the Netflix. Willem Deflix.
I heard it's awful.
What?
The Death Note.
Oh yeah, everyone's freaking out about it.
I've never seen the anime, though.
I heard one person online say it's okay, but he's the kind of person that likes taking contrarian opinions. So he's like, it wasn't that bad. Everyone else says it's horrible. Did you watch Death Note?
No, I've never seen it.
I watched the first season.
I heard it's okay if you've never seen it.
Oh, no, it's fucking rad. Oh, the Death Note movie.
The movie, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That, like, as an adaptation, it's stupid, but, like, they got some of the cool ideas into a thing.
I mean, what was his name? Ryuk? Whatever his name is.
Oh, like Ryuko or whatever?
Yeah, whatever the monster.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Looks dope as hell in the movie.
Yeah, does it? Do you like that design?
Yeah, I do.
I thought it was pretty good. Like, there's a whole, that focus group I did, what was that, last week? On the way home, on the 101, there's a giant Death Note poster.
Really?
Who's just dying to get home. Ha. 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 Because we're all sitting in traffic looking at their stupid ad. We're dying to get home.
Yeah, it's good.
Truly hilarious.
A good ad.
Taunt people. That's why they'll want to watch a movie. Haha, I do hate traffic. I can't wait to watch that movie.
Yeah. Oh, how was that? Did you actually see the movie?
No, I didn't see shit.
No?
Can't even say what it was. I feel like I could say what it was because of like how stupid it was.
I assumed you had signed an NDA or something.
Yeah. Did you know? Unrelated to this. No,
I worked on it. I worked on it Tuesday.
Did you?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. New trailers.
We'll be able to tell you guys what this is. Or can you say what it is?
No, I can't say what it is.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll be able to say what it is at one point
Later.
in time.
Yeah.
I did a focus group for a game tie-in to a movie.
Really, it was a game tie-in.
Yeah. That's all I'll say. It's announced. It's a mobile game for the movie. It's already been announced.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, I feel like I can say that it's been announced.
Yeah.
Right? I can say that, right?
Yeah, you could say that. You just can't say what it is. I assume the NDA is saying. Yeah.
But anyways, back to draft.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were talking about.
But our last draft topic. That's so funny.
We went like 20 minutes not talking about drafting.
Dude, that's the beauty of the podcast. When people are like,
this would be a dual topic.
You guys go off topic. Like, hell yeah, we've been on Bitcoins. This is like a general info, dude. The information you gathered from this and how like topical and relevant it is to the past month. It's unbelievable. You listening to this right now are culturally enriched beyond. Anyway, so drafting.
We're talking to you.
Melee drafting.
Oh yes. Melee drafting is very cool.
It's very cool. I feel they don't do it enough at tournaments though.
No.
They really don't.
But Big House is coming up and I'm pretty sure they do it there, don't they?
Dude, is Big House? They do regions.
That's
where Mango got that sick wall jump down air on ice.
Maybe that's what it is. They do regions.
Yeah.
When was the last time they did it? No. It was definitely
Big House, right?
Yeah, Big House.
When SoCal beat Europe, Mango jumps off stage, jumps back, wall jumps down air.
He had like 3 lives left too. Like
so cool.
And he just stands up, drops the controller, walks away.
And everyone rushes the stage.
Yeah, it's so
good. Melee drafting, Smash Bros. Melee, Nintendo GameCube. I'm sure we've talked about this far too much for this podcast. But how it works is one captain, or I guess there's two, however many captains you have, they start picking people until everyone's rounded out, just like any other draft. Magic card draft, pick the cards. Football, pick the players. And then you have your little crew of players. And so we do this at our local Melee gatherings. Usually just do 2 teams. And you sit, each team picks a first player, sits them down, and you each have 4 lives. Say the first guy wins with 2 lives left. He carries those in to fight the next guy while he still has those 4. And it creates like some of the hypest moments, dude.
Yeah.
Because it's like, dude, once we had these 2 teams, and this one guy's like, I have to fight him. Or he said we can't be on the same team. So I was like, okay. So like they were already split up, and then we started picking, right? Now one of the guys wasn't particularly good, and so the other guy who was saying we can't be on the same team, I thought also sucked. And he's like, I have to play him too. And he plays him and like 3 stocks him.
Really?
And then he like does really well against the next guy, and I'm like, so is he bad or good? They're like, oh no, he's pretty good. I'm like, well then why was he automatically placed on another team? And they still got the first pick. It was like I was so salty for like a fun little draft.
It's so stupid.
Like, you get it, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, but it's just for fun. I'm like, well, why even fucking do it if we're just gonna like make it unbalanced? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the point?
The good guy's gonna play the bad guy.
We did like a normal draft and then pretend that it was like, okay, now the worst and best player, like switch sides. It was pretty crazy.
That's weird.
Last one we did, I finally won a draft. I was finally on a winning team.
Oh, really?
Once I was a team captain and I fucked up completely, picked the wrong guy. It was horrible.
Fool.
And I was like,
I thought you were good at this.
I know, dude. I overestimated Anthony. Damn yous. No, he actually did pretty well. Dude, they're so fun, though, because, like, one player will be running away with it on the other team, and it's like, fuck, we have to send in our good player. And then he goes in and finally puts it into it. And then he, like, trounces 2 of their next players, so, like, it's tied up. It's very, very hype.
Yeah.
Last time we won, didn't even have to play.
Really?
Yeah. There was like one more guy left, and they were, dude, the guy who won, the like last match, everyone thought that the guy on our team was gonna lose for sure because he like wasn't as good, and they each had 4 stocks, and he won.
Oh yeah.
The other guy like got so mad he like got up and like did a like fake hit on him, but you know he was like real. I was like, whoa, yo, you got me, you. Whoa, dude, take it easy.
Violence.
Violence, but I finally won. Thank you, God. I didn't have to do anything. Go team.
Have you
the best for last? Let's be real.
Have you heard about this letting esports into the Olympics business going down?
We're googling this.
Yeah.
Kyle's out of control right now.
But apparently it's on hold because the Olympic Committee doesn't want violent games. So
and they're like,
and that's like all, and it's like all of them.
Online
but
checkers.
But like Hearthstone isn't, stuff like that.
If esports comes to the Olympics, don't expect to see violent titles. However,
So no Counter-Strike.
is boxing in the Olympics? I believe it is.
It is.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I assume it's games with killing is what they don't.
And
is
like
what they mean.
the terrorists, counter-terrorists. There's like a
Yeah.
lot going on in those games.
Counter-Strike
No
won't be
war-based
in there.
games, you know. The
May-
Olympics,
but-
all the world's coming together. Castle Wolfenstein.
But like Street Fighter might be.
Hey, there you go.
Melee could be.
Dude, how funny would it be if Street Fighter, since it's
Is
like
an
a World
Olympic
Warrior
event.
game, but like the guy from Japan is playing like Guile or something, and everyone's like mad, like, can you play E Honda or Ryu or something, dude?
I mean, that's just people not knowing.
How funny would it be if you like have to represent your country? That'd be funny.
That'd be awful.
Imagine the confusion though, like our parents watching,
Yeah.
like, wait,
Well, they probably
Japanese
wouldn't watch
guy,
that.
but is he American? What?
Because usually when the Olympics are on, it's on like 10 different channels,
That's a
so
good
they'd be
point.
watching like I don't
Bro,
want
what
to
if
watch
it were on
this.
Twitch?
It probably would be. Why wouldn't it be?
That'd be so cool if part of the Olympics were on Twitch. That'd actually be the coolest thing ever.
I mean, it could be on ESPN as well because ESPN's been showing esports lately
Streaming or on TV?
on TV.
Oh yeah, didn't they show Melee
They didn't show Melee. I
or
believe they
ESPN2
showed.
or something? I think it was on.
They showed
Street
Wii
Fighter?
U.
Did you hear about
Smash.
the Cammy thing in Street Fighter?
No.
Bro, it was like finals, and finals at Evo, dude. This is insane, like absolutely fucking insane. On the finals of Evo, a Cammy player was there, and they were about to start their match, and some guy comes like, "Hey, stop real quick," and goes up to the Cammy player and says, "Hey, I'm from Evo. You got to change your costume."
Wait, what?
And he goes, "What?" Yeah, our sponsors want you to change the costume. That's all he was told. That ESPN did not like the costume, and I think it's because Cammy's ass is showing.
Isn't
though they
all of her
show-
costumes like that?
Even though they show volleyball, you know, beach volleyball, but Cammy's leotard was way too revealing for them.
That's
Is that not the
weird.
craziest shit you've ever heard?
It is crazy.
Could you? I just think the integrity. This guy's playing for like thousands of dollars, and he's like in the moment, and you go up and put this weird like puzzle to him. Hey, you have to change your costume. I wonder why. I don't even know if they said the sponsor thing. I said that, but I don't know if they said that. That I think the quote I read was he said that they just told him they would like him to change his costume. And that'd get in my head, dude. You're like in the most intense moment ever, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
What? I have to do what? Like, it's like a whole nother little mental thing.
That's weird.
That's like someone coming up and be like, hey, do you remember that time when you were 8? Yeah, you remember. And then slowly fades away. Like, what's happening? What? What? Yeah, you remember. You're just sitting there. What? 8? What? Oh, I want to make a fucked Uncle Jim.
Uncle Jim.
Anyway, the point is, I thought that was very weird and like inappropriate. Do you think so? What do you
Yeah, it's very weird.
think? Do you think it's inappropriate?
Was it
or
in the
no?
middle of a match?
I think it was like he had just played a game or right before they started it. I know that like they had enough time to see the costume, you know, to be like, hey, we don't like this. Are there any
Did they say we would like you to change your costume, or you
Let me
have
look
to
this
change
shit
your costume? Because they said we would like you, and then you could just be like, no, fuck you.
Street Fighter ESPN confirmed to compete that the costume change was a request from the Evo staffer. The request was made per broadcast standards. But yeah, like they show.
That's not even that bad. Like,
yeah, it's really not that bad, dude. It's like. I mean, there it is.
to
It's
be
like-
honest, I didn't even know she had a costume that didn't have that.
Oh yeah, right. Like, I don't even know what her second costume looks
Yeah, I
like.
have no
I'd
idea.
be so annoyed if I had to play in that ugly shit.
Who plays the costume that's not that one?
No one.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Like, why else would you play the character?
exactly.
We're like proving ESPN's point. ESPN swimsuit competition.
I
wonder if they
don't
have
think ESPN has swimsuit competitions. It doesn't sound like an ESPN thing.
Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, it's Sports Illustrated.
Do they do a swimsuit thing on ESPN?
No.
I wanted to get them. Gotcha, bitch.
I mean, yeah, you can look up like beach volleyball.
The point is, it's like really stupid. I can't believe that it was made. I actually like can't believe it was made. I wonder who said it and like where it came down from. You know what I mean?
I mean, it says Broadcast Center, and maybe it was ESPN.
I mean,
maybe
it's
it
a
said,
pretty
like,
wild
yeah.
costume. Let's be real.
Yeah, I'm not saying it isn't.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What are you looking at, Kyle?
Mountain showers, drafting, twitching, and
Dude,
butts.
we got Bitcoins, Twitch. Like I said, this is actually what I wanted for the podcast. This was a good episode. I mean, all the episodes have been amazing. Let's be real. We're pretty perfect. But whatever your reason is for listening, let us know what you like in the podcast. Sound off in the comments. Leave a review. Sound off. That's our new thing. Sound off. But yeah.
I was trying to think of a joke for the sound off thing. Couldn't do it.
Sound off on
I dropped
SoundCloud.
I dropped the ball.
Whoa! You dropped the ball. You sounded off. You rounded off. All right.
I think I was trying to think of a military joke, but I couldn't do it.
Is that a military thing? Sound
I
off.
thought it was, yeah.
Sound off. Is that it? Is that how you know it? Like sound off.
Might be a Captain Jack thing.
Like the DDR.
Yeah.
Sound off. Yeah, dude, is it? Now you got me thinking.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, Captain Jack. So, SoundCloud.com/Roomies. Podcast Roomies on Twitter. Facebook. We're the Roomies Podcast.
Leave a review on iTunes.
You know where to find us. Leave a review. Email us. Oh, dude, our Discord has been popping off.
Is it?
Me and Griffin have been arguing about Game of Thrones. Been talking to Mike, our #1 fan.
I think Game of Thrones got ruined for me today.
No way.
Yeah.
You got to watch that. Do you have time before work?
No.
God damn it.
How long is this? Probably like an hour and a half, right?
This fool, it's Thursday and he hasn't seen the season finale.
Yeah, well, Garrett had to have a birthday.
It's tragic. Bro, it's so easy to stream.
Yeah. But I've been working. I
Yeah.
literally haven't had the time.
I'll send you the link. What are you working tomorrow? We'll discuss this later.
I'm not working tomorrow.
You're not? At all?
No, but I'm going to dinner with my dad tomorrow.
Oh, sick, dude. We can watch that.
And I'm off Saturday, but I go
Watch
back
that
to work
episode, fun.
Sunday.
So, well, it was a short episode this week. We're feeling pretty sick here in the Roomies loft.
Yeah, I feel like shit.
I don't know if you can hear our snifflings, but we're feeling sick. Thanks for stopping by. Stay classy. These are just Anchorman jokes.